Four properties of crystals few know. Nikola Tesla said they are living beings. We've all heard of magical crystal balls and the special energies that crystals emit. Today, more and more people are beginning to believe that our world is magical and that it says much more than we know or recognize. Recently, the writer says, I began to perceive crystals in different ways. While I have always known them to be powerful healers and carry pure energy, it seems that crystals are more than that. Basically, it seems that each crystal has its own personality and perhaps its own knowledge. Is it possible for crystals to have an intelligence of their own? If you'd asked me this question a few months ago, I probably would have answered in the negative, but now it would not surprise me that crystals have some kind of consciousness. While I was grieving my sister's death, the crystals had become good allies and worked with them during the grieving process, helping me understand them much more. Four magical abilities of crystals I noticed, the writer says. Number one, they know many people believe that crystals have some kind of consciousness. Although not even close to the level of consciousness of any average human, it's believed that crystals, like everything else in the universe, have a mind of their own, quote unquote. We may not be able to understand the mind that possesses everything in the universe, but it's very possible that everything in the universe, including crystals, has some form of consciousness. According to Nikola Tesla, quote, in the crystal we have a clear record of the existence of a formative principle of life. Although we cannot fully understand the life of crystals, they are still living things, end quote. According to your crystals, you should not treat them like pets, but when you care for them and look after them with respect, they work better and more effectively. 2. They communicate. Crystals are known for their ability to heal, but they can actually communicate and deliver messages. They're like storage devices and contain information that can be downloaded. After working with certain crystals, you may discover or receive new information. One of the ways people use crystals to communicate is as follows. The crystal is at the end of a chain or strip and travels throughout the body to find places of tension, pain, and stagnant energy. The part that's most attracted to, that the crystal is attracted to, is the one that needs healing. You can cross them over maps to find people or places or even the perfect vacation destination. You can also use them to find leadership. 3. They are gates or portals. I once got a crystal from a psychic. He felt he was done with this crystal, so he gave it to me. That night I placed the crystal right next to my bed and had the most unusual dreams. I traveled to different dimensions and saw divine entities. It was an incredible experience. When I woke up in the morning, I realized that I had forgotten to clean the crystal and probably still had some residual energy in myself. I told the psychic and found out that the crystal was used as a gateway to access higher dimensions. That night, I decided to reconsider my destiny and slept with the crystal in my bed. I again traveled to different dimensions in my dreams and saw all kinds of light beings. It was a terrible experience, but after the second night, I knew it was time to clean the crystal up, and make it mine. After the cleansing, the dreams had disappeared, but from that moment I realized how powerful crystals are. Well, let me tell you, if you get something from a demonic entity, of course the demonic energy is going to pass on to you. Be careful who you accept things from. Now, 4. They can travel. I have heard countless stories of people losing crystals and having them appear months or years later. I also sent a crystal to a friend of mine in Australia, but when he opened the envelope, there was nothing inside. To this day, I still have no idea where the crystal is, but wherever it went is probably where it should be. Crystals are attracted to certain places and people and almost have the ability to grow wherever they want, to go wherever they want. Perhaps you have experienced this as well and felt that you were drawn to a crystal and had to buy it, or that you had to give it to someone. Separating from the crystals can be difficult, but when the time comes for the crystal to leave, it really does seem to have an intelligence of its own. and this is from Awakening Theories. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.